Well, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning. Happy Sunday. Good to be with you. Good to have you here. And good morning, Susie Q. Niall, good to see you. Steph, nice to see you as well. See, just getting everything lined up here because it's never lined up the same, as you know by now. And who all's here? Master Matt Finn. Good to see you, brother. And Darth Nagayan, good to see you. And let's see, I'm just going to go through my little list here and just see who all has made it this morning. If you're as awake as I am, or as in Niall's case, you've been awake for probably hours because he's hours ahead of us. Field Guy, good to see you. You've moved only twice in the last 15 years. I think I've moved 15 times in the last 15 years. That's what it seems like anyway. Let's see. Who else we got in here this early morning? That's it. Early morning over on this side of the ocean anyway. And let me just get us lined up a little better here. Wow, look at that. Okay. The microphone up. And I don't need it in my face. All right. Sorry I didn't do this ahead of time, but that's the way we roll here. So, how is everybody this morning? Hope you're well. It's nice outside. It's nice in an autumn way. It's about 50 degrees, and if you do Celsius, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's probably about here. Let's find out. Let's see if I can find it on Google. What is 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? It's 10 degrees Celsius for those of you over in Europe, Great Britain, Ireland, Australia. Do you do degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius? I don't know. So it's 10 degrees here Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And the sun is out, and it's a cloudy. It's one of those autumn where the sky is steely and cloudy and billowy clouds, but gray and blues and the yellow of the sun, the light, the gold of the light just makes everything look very interesting outside. And it's a little blustery today as well, but I'm okay with that. So it's a nice morning. So 75 degrees down where Field Guy is, near Louisiana, right? I keep forgetting Atlanta or Louisiana, something like that. Atlanta, Louisiana, that's all the same place, isn't it? Just kidding. For those of you in other parts of the world, they are not the same place. All right. And Raini is supposed to be with me this morning, but they're still stirring upstairs. I like to let her sleep, when she gets the opportunity to not have to be up and running so soon. And so we were running all day yesterday. You'll never step foot in Atlanta, says Field Guy. So, Bunny Jean, good to see you. Nice to have you here this morning. And let's see. So what did we do yesterday? Rocky had his big American flag, Trump flag flying event. They had, I believe, over 1,000 vehicles making the circle around the Minneapolis-St. Paul freeway system. And they did that whole circle, then everybody came to a big cookout afterwards. And I didn't make the drive yesterday because we had a busy morning, but we did make it to the cookout, and that was packed. I think I left, there had to be 400 people there. And they were having one of the candidates for Congress was speaking, Tom Tiffany. And so it was a good event as far as I heard. And I think by the time I left, they were asking Rocky if he could get up on stage and speak. And he wasn't sure if he had to drive his wife home. So I'm not sure if he got back up and spoke or not. So that was a fun day yesterday. I had the kids with me when we went to the cookout. And Rainey had some massages to do yesterday. And so then the kids and I, and she had them split. She had one in the morning and a driver into Stillwater because we're down to one vehicle at the moment. We still haven't picked up a second vehicle. And so then I drove and did my things for the afternoon. Then we took her back. She had a 5 o'clock massage at the hotel. And so we took her back, and the kids and I hung down at the riverfront, the St. Croix River in Stillwater. She was at the Stillwater Inn right there. And so we had a good time hanging out at the riverfront. And that was packed with people as well. So for there being COVID, the only masks I saw yesterday were at the entryway to the hotel. And everywhere along the riverfront, I saw very few people with masks. They were all out walking dogs and people. There were hundreds of people out there on the riverfront. And then, of course, at the big political rally, we didn't see many masks there. We didn't see many masks anywhere else. So it's interesting. I hope that this trend, this downward trend, keeps up. So I don't know where you are with masks, but I don't like them. I can't wear them. I wear them sometimes when I feel it's really necessary, but then I wonder, am I really protecting myself or not? So that's the big question. That's the big controversy. And I don't have it, so I'm not spreading it to anybody. And they said that's really the best thing a mask is for somebody who has it, spreading it to someone else. Well, I don't have it. I'm negative. So there it is. Mask, please go away. Yes, says Darth. Yeah, Wally World, I'd wear a mask all the time anyway, field guy. You never know what you're going to pick up at Wally World. So that was yesterday. So we had a pretty good day. We had a fun time doing what we were doing yesterday. And it is interesting. There's a little story, and I think Rock and I will probably talk about this on his show tomorrow. But Rocky's brother-in-law is a man of color. He's a black man, and married to Rocky's sister. And it was very interesting. They were on the drive, and they had their American flags and Trump flags sticking up out of their vehicles. And he, being a black man, was almost run off the road on the freeway in a very civilized part of the country, might I add, because he was a black man with a Trump flag and an American flag on his car, on his vehicle. And there were people that would pull in front of him and slam on their brakes. And he was surrounded, at one time, they said, by about 5 people. And this is in a line of 1,000 cars. And so it was very interesting that is the way that people will act out there. People, you could say, of his own race, black people stopping him and giving him the finger, and all that stuff, and trying to run him off the road a little bit. I don't think they actually would have gone. Well, you don't know what they actually would have done, but because he's a man of color displaying his political beliefs in a flag. So that's the kind of people that there are out there. Niall says masks do work. The science is there. I hate them myself. I get into a panic attack and queues at stores, but here you can be fined and or arrested for not wearing one in stores or buses or trains. See, they have all these governmental mandates here. There is not a federal mandate for masks, which is the federal government saying this is a mandate for the whole country. All there are the 50 states have their right to set mandates or not. And so while you might have a mandate in one state, you could cross the border and they don't have a mandate. And now the problem with a mandate, a governmental mandate, is they usually don't come with fines. They can't legally stop you from not wearing a mask. And but now they're trying to get stricter on those. You've got some that states that want to issue fines to people for not wearing a mask. And people will say, not by your leave. You prove to me that a mask is going to stop the pandemic, and perhaps I will wear a mask, is what people will say. And but you can't make me wear a mask out in public when there is controversy on the topic. It is not. Niles says there's science that says they work. There are other scientists that say they don't work. Particulates. Some people are particulates. Picking up a virus. If you can smell a scent, if you can smell somebody's perfume in a store while you're wearing a mask, you can contract a virus. So masks don't work for that. You have to have a certain kind of mask. I would say if the government is going to mandate that I wear a mask, then the government needs to mandate the kind of mask that people need to wear to actually prevent the spread of any viral infections. And if the government is going to mandate that, should the government then provide the masks? If the government is going to demand that everybody be inoculated once they have a vaccine, should the government then provide the inoculant, the vaccine? What about people who are too poor to buy a vaccine? The government should provide those then. I'm not a big one for big government, but if government is going to mandate something, then government better back up their mandate. So otherwise, you don't tell me what to do, especially when the science is not conclusive. Doctors will say you can wear a mask to help spread disease, that helps, but they cannot tell you that a mask prevents viral infection. They cannot. And for all those that are demanding masks be worn for viral infections, they better demand you wear goggles too, because the eye socket can take in viruses as well. And not flies, though, that are flying around my head. So it's out there, folks. Wear a gas mask and yell fire in the hole. There you go. James, I had that argument with my boss. These masks don't stop the sawdust our factory is filled with. It won't do crap for a virus. Right, James, if a mask isn't going to stop sawdust from getting in your nostrils, do you think it's going to stop a virus from infecting you? The government should provide it. Give me the proof. Show me the actual facts. And you'll have a few doctors that are chosen doctors that will tell you a certain thing. But then the ones that aren't the chosen ones will tell you something different. And the news media, Facebook, will start banning looking at videos from doctors who say they don't work. Things like that. So we were talking this last week about fake news, about what the news says. Is it fake news? No, it's controversial news. There's a difference. And there are differences of medical opinion on the veracity of wearing masks. So there it is. I'm growing my beard. It's scruffy. It's in that scruffy stage. So I'll look scruffy for a while, and I may grow tired of it and not do it anymore. So, good morning.
Are you on the phone?
No, I'm on the radio. Yeah, it's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning. And so Mom's supposed to be down here with me too. So
we're watching Happy Halloween.
Okay, well, tell Mom I got the radio show going, and it's advertised that she's supposed to be on here with me. So you can step up here and say good morning. Let me lower that mic. So there's Rowan Claire on Sunday morning. So what are you watching upstairs?
Hubie Halloween.
Oh, you were watching that last night.
We didn't finish it. We fell asleep.
It's a dumb Adam Sandler movie about Halloween. Yeah, Steph, the wifey's supposed to be here. I think she will be here shortly. You tell her coffee is brewed too.
I want to sit.
I brewed her special kind of coffee. So anyway.
Have you made
Field Guy, I've seen a couple of Adam Sandler movies that I enjoy. Some of them, most of them, I'm not a huge Adam Sandler fan.
We've seen like all of them.
You know who I like in Adam Sandler movies? Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider's the best. So he's in almost every one of his movies, I think. Yeah, brew, Sterling. I'm brewing Raini's coffee right now. She likes decaf. I'm like, why drink it? mean, we had this conversation here on this show, I think last week. It's like a non-alcoholic beer. If you're gonna muscle down a beer, it should have alcohol in it. So for that numbing effect. So, all right, and I drink the real thing. You know, I need my scamper juice in the morning. Mm-hmm.
Why do you go live?
We go live on Sunday morning. We'd go live every day if we could. It's just more dinking around that I don't want to do yet.
Why?
Because it's all programs and software and getting everything working right.
All it is you go on an app on your computer and you press start.
Yeah, that's what you think. So, yeah, there's more to it than that. I have to have more programs hooked up to this and things to be able to go live during the week. Then I have to do it every night at 9 o'clock instead of pre-recording. So, but it is funner to go live. Thing about going live, though, we start taking calls and things like that. It's harder to get through material. It takes us a lot longer. So that's why I appear in the chat room live. So, all right. Hey, why don't you get down? You go do your thing out there, please.
Oh!
Yeah. See ya. Don't be drama queen and demonstrative just because I'm on radio live. Not radio, broadcasting. So, yeah, maybe a Friday night show. I think that's a good thing to do. Fridays are good. You know, when you're a family guy, or when you got a family and you're at home and you got kids, Friday nights aren't the going out on the town and dancing and partying type of night anymore. That went away a long time ago. Now it's Friday nights are like sit around, watch a movie with the kids and pizza night or taco night, and it's hard to take the kids out and go clubbing. But we can get a sitter and go do things. They're starting to get to that point. Flynn is 11. He's old enough to stay with the kids for a little bit. We've talked about all this stuff before. We've been through it. So I don't know if my wife is up or somebody else is up out there. So I'm hearing microwave beeping, and I'm hearing TV, and I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. Tacos. Yeah, Audrey. Good morning, Audrey. Taco Land. So, yeah, I think Raini has to limit her caffeine intake too. I don't know if she has to or if it's a thing. It's a thing where I think she thinks she's that I sleep better because of not having caffeine at night. But she started buying me decaffeinated sodas. And every now and then, I only have one a day, if that. So, hey, Rainy, I hear you. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody's waiting on you.
Are you waiting?
Yeah.
That's too damn bad.
And she's going to have to pull her own stool around here, but there she is, folks. There she is.
Good morning.
Miss America.
My eyes don't work yet. Oh, I look pretty. I look so pretty this morning.
You always look pretty.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed.
Oh, whatever.
I am.
My ass. My ass. You're
Told you yesterday on the Friday night show. I told you that's what she did. Every time I go, oh, wow, you look amazing. You're beautiful. Electra says, please stop wearing masks. It causes hypoxia. You're breathing in fibers. The blue masks have I've seen this word before. I've never pronounced it. Polytetrafluoroethylene sprayed on them, which causes cancer.
Cool.
I had the COVID on chemo. She was on chemo, and it lasts 5 days. So, yeah, I am not. I'm going to back that camera off a little bit. It was a little close for both of us. And yay, Rainy, says Steph.
Yeah, yay, me.
Morning, Mama Rainy, says
morning.
Matt Finn. Always beautiful.
I can't even read this morning. My eyes
Matt
are blurry.
knows. Matt knows.
With the mask stuff too, you're not supposed to. If you're going to put your masks, your cloth mask, they can't function this morning. If you're gonna put your cloth masks in the dryer. Do not use dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are cancer causing too. And you don't want to breathe that stuff in either.
Yeah, I want to breathe the, Honduran sunset scent all day through my mask.
Oh, gross.
So I use bandanas. I just tie them on because it's cooler. I want to look like a bandit. All right, give me all your money. And I pull up my mask. So
I gotta go see what Hubie's doing.
All right. So one thing I have found, the easiest way to get somebody to pay attention to you in a store if you need help is stand out in the middle of the aisle and pull your mask down. And just stand there like that. And within a minute, somebody's going to be there to tell you could you please put your mask back
Unless
on?
You're at our Walmart. Our Walmart's good.
Oh, yeah, they don't care at our Walmart. At our Walmart, they're like, I tell them I can't breathe with them.
Close your legs so I can turn. There we go. Thank you.
Open your legs so I can turn.
Close your legs.
Yeah, you want to get good help real quick in the store? Just pull your mask down. And somebody will be coming along very shortly to tell you to please pull your mask up. I had a young girl, I felt bad for her because I kind of barked at her and I didn't mean to. So it was nice to her after that. But we're walking and I'm already frustrated because we had the kids out shopping with us after we picked Raini up. Oh my God. It's like, I look at my kids someday and go, who the hell raised you? And of course we did, but at the same time, it's like, where do you pick this shit up? The way you act.
Oh, horrible.
They're horrible. They're just horrible. We just want to leave them. Hey, can we leave these kids in your store tonight? And so by the time we're getting out of there, we went to the other store. Next door. No, we went to Target after that.
We went to Five Below.
And they're just every 2 minutes asking for things. And we always tell them,
Mom, look at this. Look at.
Don't ask
Mom,
for
can
stuff.
I get this, Mom?
We're not buying stuff today.
Look at. Hey, can I have this? Okay, I have this. Can I have this too? Can I have
We're
this
here
too?
to get something, not to have you look around and ask every 2 minutes or look at this. Look at this. My son, love him to death. But whatever it is, it's a transformer thing. He'll hold it up and he'll just walk over and he'll go, look what I found. And it's like, oh, that's very cool, son. Turn it out, walk away. And then he just follows us with it. And anyway, after all of that, this young teenage girl, high school girl, college at best, maybe a freshman in college. I'm just giving you age. And we're walking through the store and I have my bandana pulled down because I can't breathe. And she walks by and she goes, pardon me, sir, could you pull your mask up, please? And I said, no, I cannot pull my mask up. I said, I can't breathe with my mask. I said, that's why my mask isn't on my face. And I said, I'll pull it up when I can breathe better. And okay. Sure, okay. And she walked away. And so when we went up to check out, I made sure I said some nice things to her. But
it was a different girl.
Oh, well, she walked up next to the other girl checking us out.
I guess I didn't pay attention. I paid attention to that our $5 shopping spree ended up being $50 instead of $5.
Yeah. Electra says, my son tested positive weeks ago. No symptoms, no fever, 99.99% recovery, no different than the flu. I was barely sick. This is sad, destructive psyops. I won't wear it anywhere but the hospital. There you go. And you know what? They cannot stop you from not wearing it. It says right on the thing. It says under governmental, the governor's mandate that you wear a mask unless, it's this, and this. And it's like, what? People with asthma or people who can't breathe well in a mask can't spread the disease? Why are they allowed in your store? If it's something that work, if the spread of COVID is as pernicious as they say it is, and it's not being padded, those numbers are not being padded. We know that it's out there. We know people have gotten sick from it. We know people have died from it. But have they died solely of COVID, or are there other problems? We don't know all that for sure. what we know is they say 200,000 deaths in the United States is the estimate from COVID. Well, how many of those who died from COVID died solely from COVID? When, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, we had 144,000 deaths 1 year from flu.
The highest year of flu death, I think it was 2017 to 2018, and it was 180. It was almost 190,000 deaths.
From 2017 to 2018, 170 to 180,000 deaths from the flu. Now, that sounds like a hell of a lot of people until you figure there's 370 million people in the United States.
If everybody could just mail me $1,
So-
I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody, just mail me $1 in the United States. That'd be nice. It's $1. Even poor people can do that.
Yeah.
So all you poor people, if you have $1, you can mail it to our address.
Yeah.
You can make us filthy rich
Please.
in a week.
I would like to buy a farm.
We're going to buy a farm. We'll put in a berry patch.
We'll name it after you. The People's Patch.
I wanted to call it Raini's Patch, but, you know, it's like she wants to start the, I think we talked about this. She wants to get a food truck and start a food truck. You know, one of those little food trucks for lunches and special events with hot dogs and stuff. She wanted to call it the Wiener Hole.
Oh,
Raini's Wiener Hole.
Mo Lester's ice cream. Oh, I got
Mo
them all.
Lester's
I
ice
got them
cream.
all.
She's got them all. So I almost died from pneumonia and bronchitis,
Oh no.
which was way scarier. And I was sick for 6 to 8 weeks. That's Electra. I remember seeing that. I don't know if I remember you talking about it at the time it happened or shortly after, but I remember following you on Instagram, Electra, before I saw you much on the radio shows, I think, and saw that you had gone from your career and the things that you were doing and had been affected by cancer and had gone through some things. So, yeah, that's pretty scary stuff. You know, I would hate to die from something respiratory. I would hate to die from anything
Freaking
stupid.
Slow. It's got to be
you
slow
know, it's
suffocation too. When it's
slow suffocation
die
when you
from
get all that.
respiratory
Yeah.
stuff. Ew.
Let's see. You have those cute little mini donkeys on your farm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we
have
would.
Cute mini
Sure.
donkeys. I want those little miniature. They have like the miniature version of the Highland cows too. Those little shaggy, furry, reddish
Now,
brown cows.
Niles says critical care beds in Ireland have gone from nothing to full capacity, nearly overwhelmed in 2 weeks. Age group in the second wave, 18 to 20. The first wave was 70 plus. See, we've got a lot of younger people that do not they test positive, but they do not contract the illness. So, but they test positive for the. I don't know exactly how that. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on nowhere. So I just play one from sometimes to sometimes. Let's get out the stethoscope. But let's see.
Pot farm. Yeah, I'd be a pot farmer.
Pot farmer. I'd do that. Hell
It'd have
yeah.
to be like growing's easy. I feel like growing's easy.
Growing would be. We had one. We're going to incriminate ourselves here. We're going to have the DNA.
DNA police.
Who is it? Who is it? The ATF and the other guys.
The DEA.
The DEA
There we go.
knocking on our door. But we had a pot plant growing in our front garden out here. How it got there, we don't have any idea.
No clue.
Because you know what? We don't smoke it. Oh, I mean, we got no problem with it. But literally in this house, we have never had it here. How we would have gotten seeds in the ground. They built this place just before we moved in.
Grow from a packet of seeds.
There was no yard here before we were here. It was just a mound of dirt. They put in the lawn when we moved in 2.5 years ago, and all of a sudden we got a pot plant grown in our garden. It's like, where'd that come from? So, yeah, we nurtured it. It got pretty tall. The thing was about 3 feet tall at least.
Yeah.
And full budded goodness. And that smelled. She would take it in the house. She was taking care of it, clipping back some of the leaves. She dug it up and put it in a pot, and she chewed on the leaves, and she got a little.
It made my tongue numb. That's about it.
She got, yeah. I could tell though. Now I didn't know that you could get the effects of getting high or stoned just off of like chewing the leaves. But I suppose Native Americans with aspirin. What's the natural asparagum or something like that they chew off of bark or leaves, and they used to use that as pain relievers. I suppose she was chewing on the leaves, and she said her tongue got numb. But she was pretty goofy.
I felt nice.
She felt nice.
But
Hey, Roger Rabbit.
I don't think the leaves do much.
Good to see you, Roger. Roger says, I may become a self-taught grower, harvester, and medicine man to make seizure meds for Kinsey. I'll bet. So you're growing a lot of stuff over there, huh? And who the hell I see? Delaney, good to see you. I and others take our old seeds and sow them in random yards. See, that's fantastic. You could be like the Johnny Appleseed of marijuana plants, of cannabis. Except there's not a good pump. Johnny Appleseed. You could have Delaney cannabis seed. Doesn't flow well. We'd have to think of potweed, pot sower. Have you heard the tale of Delaney, the pot sower? See, it doesn't work. But that's kind of a good thing to do. You walk around the neighborhoods and you just spread the love. So in the spring, everybody's got pot plants growing. That's kind of neat. I like that. I like that idea.
No, because they don't open until like 10:30.
Field guy says they don't legalize anything down here. Shit, we can't even do. Use punctuation, will you?
Yeah.
We can't even do online gambling for sports, but I can go 20 miles down the road and place bets in another state. Yeah, exactly. It's like
I love you. I love
fireworks are illegal to a certain extent in Minnesota. So Minnesotans drive across the river here to Wisconsin where you can get them and they're legal.
But you're not supposed to light them.
You're not supposed to light them. So sometimes they put up, like state troopers will put up stings on the bridges around the 4th of July to pull you over and check your vehicle to make sure you're not bringing contraband fireworks into Minnesota. I mean, how stupid is that? So Matt says that's how you'll achieve herd immunity, Niall. So Niall must have said something. He says, don't laugh. It's only a matter of time before the DNA police do come with a chip. Yeah. Oh, there you go. She dried one.
I dried a whole bunch.
Pull that way up there so people can see that. That's one of our own.
I'm gonna make something with them.
That came off of our Delaney pot sower plant. Somebody sowed seed in our yard. So let's see. Roger says in Indiana they used to make you buy a $2 license and sign a letter stating you wouldn't light them in the state. Oh, really? Nice. You had to have a license that says that you wouldn't light them?
You like my picture?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, baby.
I love it.
Let's see. Field guy buys my fireworks next to my internet provider. Cable place Spectrum lights. Fireworks burns down building. Check. I think there's probably punctuation in there, field guy, somewhere that I'm missing. I'm going to ride you on your punctuation today.
You're going to ride them?
Not that way.
Whatever.
Let's see. That's a male leaf, unfortunately. Yeah, that's right. Now, see, how can you tell that, Roger? Just by looking at it. I know there's the male and the female leaf. But how can you tell just by looking at it that it's a male leaf? I can't look at them and I mean, Rocky can do the same thing. He goes, it's a male leaf, dude.
We had 2 plants growing, one female and one male.
We did. So.
And every time they got big leaves, I took them off because
it's also a sativa plant. What's a sativa plant, Roger? Oh, the penis.
It has a penis.
It has a penis. See?
I saw them. Oh my goodness.
She loves it. She loves me.
Mom, for you.
Thank you. I love it.
It's a version that's more upper high. Roger, do you mean that gives you a better high? The sativa?
I think
Is that what that means by upper high?
or maybe it's higher up.
Oh, yeah.
Sativa is energy. Indica is chill. So which do you want? Is that indica or indica? No, there's not an I after the C. Kelly says, "Yup." Mal says, "I have a friend who bought me some weed. She said it was good for MS." Yeah, right. I spent 6 hours where I could not get out of the chair. Then ate everything in the house. Not for me.
You might have had a little too much.
Yeah, I might have had a little much.
I
I always get, when I smoke pot, I get stupid. And by stupid, I mean, I think I'm talking intellectually, or I'm talking so people can understand me. And they all look at me like she's looking right now. And they're all like, he's trying to talk. And so I get stupid. And then I get tired, and it makes me tired. Sativa day. Indica night. Indica, if I'm saying that right. Indica. Never smoked pot ever, says Field Guy. However, I've smelled it, and I can't breathe and I can't breathe then. And
Just known as in the couch.
in the couch, says Roger. Indica is in the couch.
Can I please have ice cream?
No, you may not
So
have
no,
ice cream.
no, you may not have ice cream.
Yes, I'm hungry.
It's only 9:39 in the morning.
I'm having my fed machine then.
A what machine?
Or what? Oh, her Pez.
Oh,
Pez.
her Pez machine.
So she's doing candy instead of ice cream.
What is up with the fuzzy hair?
What do you think of my whiskers, Raini?
Your
You want
whiskering.
one, Dada?
No, thank you.
Dada.
No, thank you. You like?
Sure.
Is it too scruffy?
It's too scruffy.
Yeah, I may have to shave it. I have to keep her happy. James says, but weed's illegal here, and my wife and kids can't afford daddy getting arrested. Ain't that the truth? So, is it legal in Minnesota yet in any way?
You can do medical.
You can do medical. I think they were voting on something in Wisconsin as well.
We're in
here.
Wisconsin, though.
I know. I'm just
Okay.
curious. I thought I heard Minnesota was getting a.
Yeah, I
Weed
don't
law.
think you can still grow it.
I'm gonna have to go to the weed store after this. All right, Sean. Matt Finn says, I personally think the beard is a good look, Captain. Well, thank you,
We'll
Matt.
give you our address if you want to send us anything from the weed store.
Yeah. Now, I talk like it was a big weed smoker. I wasn't. I've smoked maybe a dozen times in my life. In my life. We're talking over the last 40 years, a dozen times, maybe. If that.
It's been more than a dozen times. You just don't remember.
I just don't remember. Yeah. Yeah. There was a time at the festival where some young lady was plying me with marijuana. And I had some to smoke out in her trailer, and Raini came by. I remember looking for me.
No, I didn't come by. I was with you. We walked together.
Oh, you were with me?
We walked together.
No, we weren't dating
trailer.
yet.
No,
we were just
walking
hanging. We were walking together. And I got invited in to smoke weed. That's what it was.
She stepped out.
And she wouldn't let Raini have any.
No,
and,
she let me smoke, and then
she
was like, okay, time to go.
Oh, she shooed you off.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
We all
no, we weren't we weren't
she
dating yet. And so it wasn't like we were a couple or anything. We were just walking. We knew each other. And so she shooed Raini off.
Yeah, I got shooed away. I was like, okay. Bye, have fun.
I think she had ulterior motives.
She probably did. She probably did.
Now we bump into her all the time at the bookstore. She works at the bookstore. So we're in with the whole family. What is it? That was 2004. That would have been, so it's 16 years later. We bump into her in the bookstore all the time. So.
Yeah.
Let's see, Roger. I have honestly, though, thought about sending you guys some concentrate oil and the batteries to use it. The batteries? Maybe I'll pull that off before Christmas.
What kind of batteries?
What kind of batteries do you need?
What kind of oil is this?
What does that do? Let's see. James says it was a shock coming from Alabama to Louisiana. Seeing drive-through, is that daiquiri places? And a drive-through window at the liquor store. Oh, yeah. Well, we got drive-through up here, but
Wisconsin has drive-through liquor stores.
you can't order drinks, but you can buy beer, 3-2 beer and stuff like that. And put it in your car.
You can order anything through the drive-through window.
Oh, a vapor pen, Matt's saying. So, drive-through daiquiri.
We're a little out of the loop.
Yeah, we're out of the loop. We're parents of small children. We don't get out much. So, Electra says she has a concentrate and a pen, but she has no clue how to use it. I didn't want to say vape pens since they get such a bad rap, but yeah, one of those, says Roger. I don't know what the whole thing, the vape thing. You know, I once got one of those pens, the blue, they were called. And I smoked them. They were black, and they looked cool. And they kind of had the same effect, except a cigarette is like as light as a feather. You put one of those in your mouth, it's like, you know, it's like hanging a half a pound out of your mouth. And so it wasn't fun to smoke them.
Yeah, Scotty likes to let it sit on the lip.
It sits on my lip. There's too a little bit. It's funny, for having been a smoker, I hated getting smoke in my nose and eyes. It just drove me nuts. So, and I haven't had a cigarette in over 3 weeks. So, since the night before the heart attack. So I'm doing all right. No real cravings. Every now and then I go, I'd love to light up a cigarette. I was at this cookout yesterday, and Rocky's smoking, his wife is smoking, and they're all standing there, and I was going to walk over and just let them invite me to have a cigarette, and I'll go, okay, maybe this once, but it didn't happen. So
Rowan would have tattled on you too.
She would have. So I like to smoke. So Bonnie says she's trying to quit. I had to quit because the doctors gave me the big lectures again. And I hate to say that I am somebody who needs a doctor to tell me I can't smoke to not smoke. But we also have doctors that tell us you got to cut back on the potato chips because of your cholesterol. You know, we got doctors that say that stuff too.
Then you got my doctor who says, go ahead and eat more potato chips.
Yeah,
it's
she's
okay.
got to eat like 20 times the amount of salt a day that I can eat. So I have doctors tell me I can't eat salt or very little or salt. Have you tried the salt substitute? And I said, yes, I've tried that vile stuff. It's like, you know, vile powder of some kind that's supposed to taste like a spice. And it doesn't. So, yeah, I like to smoke. But you like having me around. Thanks, brother. And
Yeah, smoke a little more, dude.
A little more what?
A little more cigarettes.
Why?
Because then I can get a younger model.
Oh. She wants a younger model. My 40-year-old wife wants a younger model. You're such a cougar.
That was a joke.
I know it was a joke.
Obviously, you're too tired to get it.
I got it.
Gosh.
I got it.
Look at Lucy. She's so sad on that. Hi.
So I need a younger model, too. You're getting a little old for me.
I am.
Let's see. Mrs. Dash. Yeah, I've had Mrs. Dash before, and I don't really like it.
It's too lemony.
Yeah, she's looking to trade me in like a car, Matt.
Yeah.
It's like, sell me off before, you know, before the drive shaft or the camshaft.
I need to sell you to some
away.
little old lady.
Yeah.
Who needs a younger man.
Yeah. Reminder of her husband, Herman, who died in the big war.
Sell you to a sugar grandma.
Mm-hmm. When you rub my feet, will you rub between the toes? Get between the toes.
Gross.
Yeah, you. I have to have her clip my toenails every now and then. You know, I've asked her to do that. I've never asked her to do that. Somebody said you should just ask your wife to do it. I said, I wouldn't ask my wife to clip my toenails. Gross.
It is gross.
And she's like, well, you've never asked me. And so she used to do pedicures as part of her when she was a massage therapist and before I met her. Did pedicures. She gave me a pedicure early on. So That's pretty good. Before you trade him in, make sure to check his trunk. Make sure that there are no hidden treasures and pleasures.
Ew.
You. So, let Raini drive him into the ground, get full use out of him, says
Yeah.
Steph. She does. She beats me. Your taste buds will become more vibrant now that you've stopped smoking. I haven't noticed
Unless you
any
get
difference.
COVID.
That's a good thing, and you probably won't require as much salt on foods now. Yeah, I don't put salt on food. Not that much. I'll do a little tiny sprinkle every now
Oh my
and
god,
then.
okay. So he made chili the other day and did not salt the freaking hamburger when
I
he
didn't.
fried it.
I didn't.
And I'm supposed to be eating a shit ton of salt to keep my blood flowing and blah blah blah.
Jack
whatever
Sprat
else.
could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean.
So he made this chili and he's like, chili's done. Oh my god, it was horrible. It was not salted. I didn't tell you then. I'm telling you now. It was not salted. You gotta salt and flavor the freaking meat before you add it to
I
the
did
chili.
add some seasoning to the meat.
You didn't add nothing.
I did.
Nuh-uh.
I sprinkled seasoning. I even sprinkled a little salt. Come to think of it.
Nah, there was no
Little
salt on there.
tiny
There was
bit.
no salt on that meat.
Now, I love salt. I've over-salted things my whole life until the last few years. And I use it to try to use it lighter and lighter. I try to eat without it so I can acquire the taste without salt. French fries. Can't do French fries without salt. But I don't have French fries that often anymore either. Like once every 2 months, I order of fries somewhere. So, what did I just see? Steph said, LOL, so he's like your beater car, but you can use him. You can, but you can use him around not just the winter.
Nice.
Yeah. That's right. I'm her beater car.
Yes, you're supposed to salt the taste. Scotty doesn't salt the taste. He just thinks he's doing stuff and then throws it all in the pot.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh my god, and then he wrecks my freaking spice cabinet. Drives me insane. Stay out of my spice cabinet.
I'm like, I know there's oregano up here. Where the hell is it? And you go through every single jar.
Well, it's all organized.
three-tiered-
It's all organized. Like the peppers and the chilies are all over here. And then you got like the oregano and the basil and
Yep.
all the like greeny stuff that goes there. And then you got all the cinnamons and the hots and
all the cinnamons.
the cinnamons.
Like the cinnamon, and then there's the cinnamon.
Well, there's like
And
there's like the nutmeg. I couldn't think of
the
nutmeg
different brands
and
of
clove
cinnamon, maybe.
and no, that's not cinnamons, but that's all the shit that goes with cinnamon.
Oh, ordering no salt fries at French fries means you get fresh fries.
Yeah. it means
What's your
that
shirt
you-
say? Isby, it says think. And it's the Paradigm Symposium 2012 was when we put these out. And it says revisioning our place in the universe was kind of our theme. It's got the face back there and the stars, all of that. And the rocket ship. Lucy, I move my feet and she comes in and she sits right where I was. Well, it was warm where your foot was.
James, I don't let him cook often because I don't like him messing with my spices.
She doesn't really cook. She doesn't like anything I cook, ever.
No. Oh my god, half the time he doesn't read the directions. Friggin' pancake mix.
I don't need directions.
The
I'm a
cake
chef.
When it's gluten-free
just
stuff,
make up.
you need to stick to the directions or you
I
mess it up.
know.
I used to cook this 50 years ago when I was 10 and
Look what
I don't
Delaney said.
see what. Gross. You can put your own hemorrhoid cream on.
I wanted her to read it for effect. Wife
Gross.
duties call for hemorrhoid cream application.
No. They do
Hey,
not.
honey, can you check and see if I got a hemorrhoid down there?
Yeah, let me call that male nurse that I like and get him
Yeah.
over here for you.
The male nurse. Hi, I'm Bruce. I'm your male nurse. I'm your Bruce, your masseuse. So, I'm only making fun because I can. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do we use coconut oil or avocado oil for cooking? A lot of coconut oil around here. So we get the big vat of coconut fat, whatever it is. You know, you scrape it out and throw it in, and melt that down.
My tummy doesn't always do the avocado, so
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen was talking. Niall said he was talking with Steph. Died at 65 years old from cancer and refused to quit smoking until the end. There's some people like that. They'll smoke till the bitter end, even if that's what they're dying of. I suppose if you're already dying of it, though,
I don't know
and you
how
always
everything is
liked
like.
it,
Wanna
you
get
might as
Mama
well
some more
just
coffee?
keep going.
You don't
If you're
have to,
not going to
I'll do it.
recover from it, if you're actually there, they go, look, you got 6 months to live, and you ain't coming back from this. Do you quit smoking or do you keep smoking? That's
your
a good
brother will eat the
question.
banana
That's a personality thing, I think. Husband duties include when the tampon string comes out without the tampon. So,
Gross.
yuck. I'm not doing that. We got salad tongs for those. Here you go, honey.
Gross.
Here, take care of that.
That's icky.
That's icky. You know what our little girls do, though? I think it's just the little one now. They get into mom. Mom doesn't use tampons. She uses pads. And, you get the sticky ones, that stick in your undies. And so the little one thinks they're stickers. They're fun things to... I found one out in the hallway on the antique mirror, just stuck up there. It was not used, of course, but it was used. It was taken out of the wrapper, stuck to the mirror. And I'm like, oh, who put that there? And so, you have a guest over. Oh, you need to use the bathroom? Just go turn by the big antique mirror into the bathroom, and you'll see it. And on the antique mirror, stuck not tampons, pads. So.
Or Sam used to call them coupons.
In Scotty's world is a gynecologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. It's time for your exam. How many times, Raini, have you heard me say, just put your feet in the stirrups?
Never.
Yeah, we like bareback around here. Let's see. Never been assigned that test.
You.
Throat cancer. Is that what Eddie Van Halen died of? Throat cancer. Because I haven't read about it. I've just heard a million times that he's dead, but not what he died of. I assumed it was something cancerous because he's not elderly by any means.
Matt Finn said, wife switched to pads after kids. After kids changes everything.
Yeah.
Changes everything. It's all the shit they needed to tell you in that health class thing on,
health class in 9th grade.
Yeah, 9th grade health class. They didn't tell you your body's going to change as bad as it changes. Not to say that it's bad, but yeah, they needed to warn. They needed to warn the girls what was going to happen, how things change.
How things change.
They change.
By the way, Bonnie Jean, you say you use olive oil. That's a neat thing about olive oil. You can use it to cook. You can put it in your hands. You can massage your wife with it. But Raini was the first one that used olive oil on me. I go, what are you using olive oil for?
Olive oil.
It's oil. It works.
You have to be careful when you cook with olive oils, though, because they don't always take the high heat. And then they get rancid really fast in the bottle if you don't use them quick enough.
There's that. He said he got cancer from putting his metal, M-E-D-A-L, or metal guitar pick in his mouth for years. Oh, his metal guitar pick for years. Is that true? Or is it from smoking? So, Raini, next time put Scotty out with the trash cans. They might take him, says Niall. They just might. Try. Just dress me in black. So, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. That's what that brings to mind. A little Monty Python.
That's so gross. Isby, I used to find tampons stuck to the wall when cleaning bathrooms at Hardee's.
Gross.
That's disgusting.
Used ones? That's gross. Matt says, unfortunately, they glamorize having kids young with shows like 16 and Pregnant. Oh, yeah.
I love to watch that show.
Wow.
Yeah, they do glamorize it. Well, it depends on how you teach your kids, I guess.
Well, as I've mentioned, and Raini knows this, obviously. She knows I've talked about this before. Her mom was young when she was born. She was 16 when Raini was born. Now, I'm 20 years older than Raini. So I'm 4 years older than my mother-in-law, her mom. So Yeah.
Scotty's the first old guy I ever dated, and I don't know what the hell I was doing by fucking marrying him. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Shit.
Shit. Must have I think she thought the money was good.
No.
And then
I knew the money wasn't good. I knew the money was not good.
She knew the money wasn't good, and she still married me.
He's just a big talker. He sucked me in with all the language.
Yeah, that
all
was
the big
it.
Words.
That was it.
It was the big words and the no PlayStation. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Scotty
it was. Oh, that's French.
Ew.
So yeah, she used to talk French to me, and I would kiss her arm, and then she married me.
Yeah.
She must have liked me back then.
Mom needs coffee creamer. Somebody bring me the creamer.
Yes, older men do rock, Steph. We do. So
until they get old, and then they get crotchety.
They get erectile dysfunction. They get crabby around kids.
Scotty is like, he shouldn't have kids. He is a crotchety old man.
I am a great
old man.
dad.
No, I want my creamer, not Dad's.
I pour this creamer.
Okay, go get me the other creamer, please.
Oh, you use sugar-free creamer in Mom's coffee?
Scotty is a crotchety old man. He is the old man that has the sign out in the yard that says, keep off my grass, and then sits out the window and waits to yell at people.
Yeah, sit with my shotgun across my lap to yell at people. Yeah, I don't have the patience I used to have with the kids, that's for sure.
Yeah, Sam wore you out.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Are you going to show that book or something? Because
that's got the leaves in it. Well,
the leaves in it. Okay.
There's a whole bunch of books with leaves in it. I don't even know.
She's got this book, the classic, by the way, the Mary Stuart Merlin trilogy, King Arthur legends. She wrote these 40 years ago, I think, at least, and it's the classic now. The Crystal Cave, The Hollow Hills, and The Last Enchantment. And then she came back, back in the early 80s, she came and wrote The Wicked Day, which was about Mordred, if you're familiar with the Arthurian legend. So there's actually 4 books, but this is the first 3, and these were really, I always liked Morgan Llewellyn's take, The Mists of Avalon, on the Arthurian legend. But Mary Stuart does a fantastic job. So if you ever want to, I found this book at a garage sale or somewhere for a quarter, so I grabbed it. It's got all 3 of the first books, and so good stuff. And now it's got pot plant leaves in it. What did I just see there? See, yeah, right in the pages, dude.
Don't bust my leaves.
What's it say on the page here? Let's see what it says. Just to see, it's marking the page that says, "She will do her duty," said Igraine, and now I saw that she had remembered, but her eyes did not falter. If she were willing to accept Lot, whom she feared, she will take Urbgen willingly, should Arthur suggest it. It's a pity that Cador is too nearly related for her to have him. I would have liked to see her settled near me in Cornwall. They are not blood kin. Cador was the son by his first wife, and Igraine's husband, Gorloy. So there you go. Men forget things too quickly.
Yes, they do.
And there would be whispers of incest. It would not do, even to hint at a crime so shocking. So that's the page that's being saved with the marijuana plant. So there you go. Let's see. Niall says, I think it's a normality thing. Meals in minutes with all the ingredients and the sunlight shining on the pristine counter. Yay, cookery. Yeah, cookery TV.
Scotty the dog barfed again.
Better pick it up.
Like this big.
Gross. That dog's been throwing up since early last night.
I'm not picking it up.
Well, you want to do everything else for the
dog.
dog.
Go pick it up. Go put paper towels.
Just get paper towel down. And you know what you can do when you're done? Wash your hands.
Ugh. I had to deal with 2 piles of puke in our bed last night from the fucking dog.
Yeah, the dog puked on the bed last night. So I didn't even hear it. I probably would have rolled over into it. But she woke up, and she's up, and what woke me up was her pulling the blankets off.
Just about set his foot right in it, too.
Yeah, gross.
What?
Dumb animals. We don't know what she ate. And she's been moping lately. I wonder if she's just sick.
I think she's got an ear infection in her ears.
She's got ear infection. I got to clean the ears out.
When my ear gets wonky, it makes me vomity.
Yeah. The dog is an obstruction. Take it to the vet. Like now, says Delaney. So an obstruction where? What kind of obstruction?
They don't do emergency vets around here. And not to be a pain in the ass, but I can't afford an emergency vet. And if I can't afford an emergency vet, he can't afford the emergency vet.
Yep. With our pooled resources, we can't afford an emergency vet. So we'll probably line up an appointment, take her in tomorrow. Find out if this continues. See if she's all right.
It's just
bowel.
I think the last time, like 2 hours away to the emergency vet, and I had to put like $500 down just to even see her.
Ridiculous.
So it's not. I can't do that again.
Roger Rabbit, I stepped on 2 piles of cat puke yesterday. Placed precisely in the shadows this morning. My cat sets puke traps if he doesn't get what he wants. Ain't that the truth?
Damn cat.
Our cat drives me nuts. The cat, big fat black cat, talked about Oscar before. Oscar's a good cat. He was a good-natured cat. And he got fat over the years. I think there was about a year there where he just got left in the downstairs. We had a finished basement. The office was down there, and my teenage son's bedroom and stuff like that. And the cat just lived down there. And he'd be poured a huge bowl of food, and he would just eat it every day. And instead of it being given a diet. And so he became very big and fat. And I've got him on a controlled diet now, very controlled. I give him a half a can of food, the little cans, mixed with a third of a cup of crunchy health food. And for his system and his older age and so on. And I mix that up and I feed him once a day. I feed him that. And then we find him the other morning, 3 a.m, I heard him downstairs eating the dog's food.
Murder our children.
Okay.
If you can't handle seeing it, put a fucking paper towel over it.
Boom. Do you want me? I'll clean it up. If you don't want to clean it up, you can come here and talk to people. So yeah, the cat, he sneaks the dog's food at night, and he'll eat the whole bowl of dog food. So we got to put up the dog food at night.
There's a big wad of paper towels over it. You can clean it up.
I'll go clean up the dog puke.
Ew.
I'll be right back. She'll help you. Oh, hi. Good morning.
Oh, there's no back on the chair. I was gonna put my arm up.
Oh, there you go. I'll be right back. Okay. Tip that up just a little bit.
I'm gonna sit here so I can have my arm on the chair because I'm lazy and don't want to hold my own arms up.
That's right.
Yeah. Ew. You got the kids are out there going, huh, huh. It's so gross. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's still early. Let's see. 3 days of paper towels. 3 days later. Yeah, that would probably gross. That with the way our house is, yeah, paper towels would sit there for 3 days and they'd be hard and gross. Oh, so gross. Science diet. Nice. I don't even know what we have for our dog. I know that the canned Alpo is disgusting.
How long do you put them for?
Put them in for 2-0.
2-0?
That's 20. That should be good. Your mouth smells sour.
That's because I was eating gum.
Gross.
And these things.
What are those things?
A fez.
A what?
Fez machine.
A fez machine?
And in there is candy.
Yeah. What kind of candy's in it? Want to say hi to everybody?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. What'd you do last night? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'm at the. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I'm a little nicer to look at. 2-0, not 2-0-0, or they'll be icky and disgusting. As she goes out coughing, we have we've received the letter from school that COVID is now in the elementary school. And they've been sending kids home.
Lucy got into the
Lucy got into the
uh,
dog food,
no
garbage.
No, Chipotle. She got into the Chipotle because there was chunks of the salad.
Gross. Who left their Chipotle out?
Ellery.
Gross. Gross.
I was eating it.
Gross. Go away. I don't need that nasty stuff from and another kid. Say hi.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof.
How old are you?
Woof.
Do you have a birthday coming up?
Woof, woof.
How old you gonna be?
Woof.
How old is that? 6. What do you want for your birthday?
A unicorn.
A unicorn. A real one or a stuffed one?
A real one. And a puppy.
And
a real one.
What kind of puppy?
A tiny English bulldog.
Okay. That sounds good. Go tell Dad.
No.
No. You want to sit and talk to everybody because you're over here and you're spilling my coffee. Use words.
Woof.
Want to sing them a song?
Woofy, woofy, woof, 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 woofy.
Okay. Want to recite them a poem? No. Oh, jeez. Yeah, those girls are too cute. They're naughty though. Let's see. Bonnie Jean says bubbles back to you.
Woof, woof, bubbles.
You got to get your whole face up there.
Coffee cup.
Coffee cup.
I'm gonna get some coffee and I'll be right back.
Yeah, hurry up. I'm struggling
Woof,
for
bubbles.
words today.
Woof, bubbles.
Audrey says bubbles.
Woof, bubbles.
Disneyland. These children will never go to Disneyland.
I want to go to Disneyland.
No. How long into the fall and winter do you think they will keep kids out of school? I don't think they're going to keep kids out of school. I think they're going to just keep trudging through. I really don't think we'll lock down either.
My tongue is purple.
That's beautiful. Were you licking markers?
No, it was gum.
It was gum. Nice. Steph says English bulldogs, lots of skin issues. That means they'll be stinky and their skin will flake off.
I want to pug that.
You want a pug? They're stinky like Lucy is.
Okay, Ellery, I need my chair. Down.
Okay,
Down
hop
with
down.
you.
Hop down.
Hop down.
Oh, that's loud.
Watch it, you're
shaking
gonna
the
spill everybody's
whole
coffee.
desk.
Oh.
Okay, hop down.
Watch this. Go watch your show.
See what I deal with every day. Every day.
All right. There.
Schools are online. Our schools are not online. The high schoolers even go to school. I don't know if they go all day though, or if they just go certain days. But I think everybody's in school all day because they have all the buses and everything.
Stay out, please.
I have heard though that they might, depending on how bad COVID gets, might shut the high school down, send all the high schoolers home to do school, and then they'll take half the elementary and put them in our high school, just to make everybody more spaced out.
By the way, we did find out what the dog ate.
Lettuce?
There was all kinds of. We stopped at
Chipotle.
Chipotle last night. I got a burrito as we were driving home. Everybody else got taco salads of some kind, burrito salads.
Barbacoa salads.
So the dog is thrown up now. I don't know. She didn't get into it before, but she was put downstairs last night. Somebody left their salad on the table, the low coffee table in the living room. And so as I'm cleaning up vomit out there, big, nice, lumpy pile of it, it's all full of Mexican vegetables.
Gross.
So that's what the dog did. The dog, they know they're not supposed to do that. They get fed, but they think when they can get away with it, they can hop up on a chair and get onto the table and start eating the food that might have been left in a bowl on the table. And, they know they're doing wrong. They know it because as soon as they see you, if you come around the corner, they bolt.
I'll take care of food in a minute.
We're doing a radio show, so you just there's a ton of stuff out there. You go find yourself something. Shut the door, please. You got the ability to find something. So there you go. We're hungry.
Feed
So our
me.
children think we starve them.
We're getting
Mm.
Papa Murphy's after this.
Yeah, there you go. Piggy Pug. Yeah. Well, she's part English Bulldog too, mini English Bulldog. So she's got pug coloring, a little bit of pug features, but she's got the tall. No, get out, please. That's the one that does not realize that when you say "do not come and interrupt," don't interrupt, especially with the mundane like that. Somebody ate my cold French fries from last night. Oh, sorry. Gosh, sorry. So, Green watching and give that guilty look.
Can you not read over
Yeah,
here? My name is Scotty. I got squint.
I do have to squint. Maya Cato. Hey, Maya. How you doing?
Oh,
So
Scotty's boring me. Can't stop yawning.
nice.
I'm tired today.
I'll show you boring. So
Yeah, our dog didn't order anything. She just got the leftovers.
without being given to her.
Yeah,
So
dog.
So yeah, I don't like that about pets when they take liberties and they think that they can just scavenge your food when you've told them a million times over the last 3 or 4 years, don't you dare get on that table. What do they do as soon as your back's turned? Stop. Bye. Hey, we're right back.
Oh, you better run. Oh, dang kids, man. They do not listen. And it's so easy. Everything's so easy. There's lunch meat. They like hot ham and cheese sandwiches. All they know is get the bun out, throw a piece of meat, throw a piece of cheese, and shove it in the microwave. She could eat. She just won't do it. She is stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Let's see. Ooh, James, you've got 2 nice thick T-bone steaks. You're going to grill. Nice. When I was in South Dakota the last couple of days, we had some good ribeye at a bar. It's nice to have somebody else cook the meat. Always tastes better that way. Darth Samuel. Yeah, you're lucky you don't have kids. There are days I wish I didn't have kids. Or at least put them at their grandma's so I could sleep in. And the dog too, so I don't have to wake up to the dog barfing. Jeez. Let's see. I'm slowly reading. My eyes are still blurry this morning. Yeah, I don't know. Scotty keeps leaving me. I just don't have much to say. I'm tired. Oh, he's making food. I hear it. Take a hot dog, you put it on a plate, throw it in the microwave, and hit 30. And I think he's going to walk back here now. Hi, Barry. Barry Chad. Oh, yeah. I'm lost. Sorry. Being close to Texas. Insanely cheap beef. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what our beef prices are here. I don't buy it often. I only wait till it's on sale. She's still out there. I yell it at her. I can hear it. Here, you take this. You put the ketchup on it. I know you've never done that before. Chopsticks sound good. Pork chops, I mean. Ah, 12 for 2. Nice. That's a good deal. I think for T-bones, man, they're probably about $15. Just for one here. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, Scotty's leaving me. Scotty left me. Scotty, come back! Oh, man. Oh, I was going to say, what's... Right, will he? Did you get him to make you food? What'd you get?
A hot dog.
A hot dog?
And milk.
Oh, leave the door open. Thank you. Scotty, come save me and everybody else. I don't have anything to say. We are gonna have Papa Murphy's for lunch and dinner because I'm not cooking twice today.
Dog habit. All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you left him. I got nothing. I got nothing today, Scotty. Just
It's
nothing.
all right. It's all right. So I went and fed the kid a hot dog. We had somebody, a friend of Flynn's, he went to hang at his house, and his grandma drove him home and brought over these hot dogs. I mean, hot dogs. They're about that long. She goes, I got these jumbo hot dogs from work. You guys want them? Oh, sure. And so she brought over a bunch of those. So I just warmed up one of those for the child, cut it all up, and put ketchup on it. It's a
Huge.
delicacy. That's all she
You should've
wanted.
brought him the hot dogs to show him. They're fucking huge. Even I was like, where the hell did you get these? They're huge.
Why don't you go get them and show
I
them?
will. I will.
Go get your big hot dog and show it off. I know I'm already here, but you know. I don't know why she rolls her eyes like that. So we're going to do some readings, by the way, in just a little bit here. Now, I don't know what you think of this format for Sunday when Raini and I come on. Sometimes we have something huge to talk about. Sometimes we have some good information to share. Sometimes it's just sitting and BSing for an hour and a half. So I hope you're enjoying what we're doing, what we're bringing in. Here, you show them.
They're giant wieners.
So it's more effect when you show them.
This is what I need to serve at the wiener hole. Like, serious.
Here you go.
Look at how big those are.
Look at those.
They're like super long. They're super wide. Like,
I'll do one for you, Roger.
yeah. Look at that. They're like They're ginormous fucking hot dogs.
There you go. And they're just hot dogs. They're not like, you know, kielbasa or something like that. So they're hot dogs, just big hot dogs. So
Liverwurst. I haven't been able to find liverwurst that looks good enough to eat.
Is liverwurst, is that exactly the same thing as Braunschweiger?
Yes.
Because I like Braunschweiger. My mom used to give us that when we were kids.
But they don't say it's gluten-free on the packaging, and there's so much extra crap. All the preservatives and all the other junk.
I haven't had any for a long time. When she was pregnant with Ellery or Flynn?
No, probably Flynn. I don't think I ate
boy, she liked Braunschweiger when she was, and we had it all the time. Now it's been maybe 10 years since we've had it. So,
yeah. Well, thanks to kids and wrecking my body, I had to go gluten-free, and so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, remember, I am not the one who wrecked your body.
Yeah, I know you were not.
I'm the one who.
You helped plant the fucking seed that wrecked my body. Sorry for the F-bombs this morning. Man, I'm sweary. I'm sweary.
Yeah, she's sweary. Listen to that foul language from my dainty wife.
I must have been dreaming I was a pirate last night. Arr.
Arr. Swab me deck. Get down. Mount the mizzen mast.
Head cheese. You know, head cheese. My grandpa used to make head cheese.
Avast.
And I had thought nothing of head cheese. Whatever, head cheese. I didn't eat it because it was gross. But whatever. But I came home one day. I was like, ooh, it smells kind of good in here. And picked the lid off the pot. And it was Sally, my pet pig. And her head.
Oh. Sally's head in the bucket?
Sally's head was in the big pot. Grandpa was making head cheese.
No wonder you're so tainted.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm like, you guys could have warned me, or like, you could have made head cheese when I wasn't home.
Hear the
yeah.
music going in the background as she lifts the lid off.
Freaking Sally was a fun pig, too. I liked Sally.
James, the seed planting was just fine. Still is.
It was a fertile garden. It was all good and easy.
She was a fertile garden. So,
Don't look at me like that.
Well, we can't produce offspring anymore, so now it's just for fun and the hell of it.
Yeah.
So
that garden's got a fence.
That garden is fenced off.
Fenced off.
But I know where the gate is.
Yeah.
Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the minion of Dozier. So, great pigs make good bacon. Yes. Damn straight. Roger said, did you turn over the soil in her garden first or go right to planting? See, we're guys. We don't care. We don't care. Yeah. Well, my wife was like, she had just given birth to one of the children. She's laying on the table, doc's stitching her up. She goes, "Do me now." Like, no.
No, I
You gotta
did
heal a
not.
little bit
Oh,
first.
Jesus. Yeah, no. That was a big no there, mister.
Yeah, it does, Niall. I just answered that for her. That's the emergency vet. If you
Yeah.
have an emergency.
And that's just $500 down. That doesn't include if they do tests, you're going to have to put more down as you go. They need to make sure that you can pay for exactly everything they do to your dog before they do it.
Yeah. Now that's emergency vet. Regular vet, it's not that much. But I don't think we've gotten out of the vet for any of our pets for less than $75.
No, it's $100 or more.
Yeah. Because you take them in because there's something wrong with them. Or you get them the shots, the annual shots, $40-50 for shots. And then it's like, well, she's got an ear infection. So the doc spends 15 minutes looking at her, figuring out, deciphering. Then you got to buy a medicine for the ear. And you get out of there for $120. So, yeah, it can be expensive. If I knew what to do, I know there's a place you can go buy the meds and stuff. Well, we can go buy the meds, I think, for her ears now that we know that she's got bad ears.
At Fleet Farm. Well, they told me at the vet, well, you never know which antibiotic you need. You have to have the ears looked at so they can know if it's this antibiotic or this antibiotic.
Maya, no, by readings, we're talking about, I do tarot readings on Sunday morning. Usually. I do one card readings, 3 card readings. And why don't we do a few of those? And Raini, you can stick around and
I'm
put your...
I'm going to actually go sit over at
Okay.
my computer and order pizza.
All right.
What kind of
For
pizza?
breakfast.
For breakfast.
Breakfast pizza.
They don't open for 5 more minutes.
So-
What kind of pizza you want?
I
None.
don't know. I kind of like I like thin crust. I don't like the doughy pizza. Give me I like the chicken barbecue with the red onion type of taste.
Yeah.
The kind of thing I get. Not necessarily the I like the pepperoni and sausage just like everybody else does.
You want the barbecue chicken?
But I like the barbecue chicken with the make sure it's got the red onions, the onions on it. That makes it taste good.
And I think it always comes with it on there.
Makes it taste good.
What was that?
All right.
Okay.
You want your stool back?
I don't care.
Go ahead and take yours because it'll go right through that way. And I'll just move over in this one. So,
Let's play with my paints again.
yeah, we're low maintenance on Sundays.
Yeah.
So sometimes we will sometimes we do pancakes and French toast and eggs and all of that traditional stuff, and other times it's just grab what you can find and we're going to do pizza for lunch or brunch, something like that, or burgers, things like that. So, all right. Now, I said I was going to do a couple of readings, and if you guys have other things you want to talk about, just bring them up. We'll talk in between readings and stuff. But let's do some tarot readings. And I initially started It's Sunday as a time where we could do tarot readings. And I will remind you all, and you know this is part of how I make a living, is doing tarot readings. Tarot. You say tarot, I say tarot, blah, blah, blah. And it's part of how I make a living. And I've had people criticize me for that. How can you charge, $80 to do a tarot reading? And I said, I'm not, that's from Spirit. Spirit is giving that message. I go, yeah, but Spirit doesn't have to raise a family. And I said, what I charge for is not the message from Spirit. I charge for my experience. There's Fat Cat. Fat Cat looking for food. So my fat cat is like a fat kid in a pastry shop. He walks around, oh, feed me something. Oh. Even after he's been fed, an hour after he's been fed, he's looking for food again. So that's why you're fat. So He's been on a restricted diet for 6 months, and he still does that. Feed me. I'm always starving. So anyway, as you know, Sunday mornings has always been casual. It's not the official radio show that we do Monday through Friday on Odyssey. This is all just strictly a couple of hours on YouTube. And it's very casual. The approach is casual. If you're here for the first time or haven't really seen a Sunday morning, this is what we do on Sunday morning, very casual. And I do readings. And as I was talking about tarot readings, I charge for the time. I've been doing tarot readings since the mid-1980s. So I've been going 35 years doing tarot readings. And so what I charge for is my time. When I do a 10-card reading, it takes about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes on average. And so I just charge you for my time. And so if you want to get a full reading, come on over to, you can actually right here on my YouTube channel. If you look at the main header on my main page, it's got a little link that says, I can't even remember what it says. What's it say on my main page? In the main header where you see me with I've got the beard and the cigar, it says Mr. Scotty Roberts, the little rocket ship, and down on the right, donate and support my work. You can click on that, and that takes you right to my my YouTube. I'm sorry, my PayPal, and you can just do $45 for a 5-card reading, $85 for a 10-card reading. And all the more cards, if we do a 10-card reading, it will take, if you've seen what we do with the 1-card and the 3-card readings here, the 5-card and the 10-card just give you a lot more detail. So if you would like one of those readings, you can go over and just put 45 or 85 in, and I'll know exactly what it's for. And just give me your name and a way to contact you. We'll get you on the schedule. Or you can go over to my website, which is scottallenroberts.com. And I think Matt or Audrey or somebody will throw that link up there. I can type it in if nobody's there. And you can click on the tarot link, which is right there on my main page at my website, scottallenroberts.com. And you can click on either a 5-card or a 10-card reading. And I don't know, maybe one of these days I could do a special and go $10 for a single card reading. We can do that kind of a thing, or $5, something. We'll work it out. But that's what I do. That's part of what I do for my income. I'm an artist. I'm an illustrator. I'm a designer. I read tarot. I write books, and I do a bunch of stuff under that umbrella. So if you want to get one this week, just go over and hit my link up and let me know how to contact you, and we'll get you set up. So for now, I said I'd do Roger first. He's the only one I've got in mind right now. So wait till I'm done with Roger and then go ahead and put it up, because I won't notice it over on the chat over here while I'm doing the reading. So what I want you to do is you can see what I do for Roger here. And if you want to get one, just let people know. I got my moderators over there. Matt Finn, Audrey is there. I think there might be another couple of people there, but I think Audrey might be keeping a check on the like Niall said on the readings. So let's do Roger right now. Roger, here we go. I hope you're front and center and still hanging around. Let's do some simple 3-card readings today, so you get an idea of what you get with a reading. And of course, it's not just a commercial thing for me. I believe in the power behind the tarot. I'm more of a Jungian tarot reader. I believe the mind has a lot to do with it, but I also believe there is, you can call it spirit, you can call it creator, your originator, your angels, your spirit guides, however you want to look at it. There's something that guides these cards. And I think, and that's being done when I shuffle 3 times. Not because there's any magic to it, but I believe that it gives spirit or originator that opportunity to rearrange the deck the way it's supposed to be rearranged. And the way I look at it is if the universe is held together by God, by the originator, by the creator. He holds things on a subatomic level together and makes them all work. The intricacies of the universe, he can certainly, that I say he because it's easy to say, certainly arrange the shuffling of a deck of cards to deliver a broad message. So here we go. Roger, if you were here, I'd have you cut the deck. I'm going to do that for you on your behalf right now. Here we go. All right, Roger. I'm going to do a 3-card reading. So your first card is your present, your current situation. And I've got the 9 of coins. Your recent past is the Queen of Cups. And your near future is the 6 of Wands. So basically, I could look at these 3 cards without deciphering them individually and say, you're sitting in an okay place right now. You've got some fulfillment of things, materially speaking. Things are working out okay. Queen of Cups, the queens indicate specific people in your life. There's a woman in your life that's at the core of this issue, has been in the past. And we'll define the Queen of Cups in a second. And you're entering into the 6 of Wands, meaning you've won some battles, you've overcome some hurdles. But and it shows all these guys on this card. The pictures, they're all on horseback. They're flying the banner and so on. The idea is you've won the battle, but the war is still going on. So celebrate from horseback. Don't stop what you're doing because there's more coming your way of the same thing. So you're not out of the war. You're just made it through the battle victoriously. So if we were to look at these cards and you look at the 9 of coins, that's this card. Coins is the card of material things, your material well-being. It doesn't necessarily mean, and some people, like to interpret this card or the coins as being just all about money, 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 money. But it has to do about the material things of life, the things that have significant financial reward for you. And this card represents financial reward in and of itself, but it's born out of hard work and really careful planning on your part. It's a just reward for prudent actions, and it might indicate a time of hardship for you is ending and counterbalancing time of pleasant living is at hand. And on a less positive note, can also indicate a solitary individual. So you may still be searching for something, but I know that's not your case. I know your situation, so I can't read that into it. But the card can stand for a solitary person seeking companionship and lacking people with whom to share your gains. So this is a card that speaks to having gain that you can share with those around you, your family and your friends. And it's the beautiful garden, the musical instruments, the hawk sitting on the arm of the finely dressed woman. And so it means it's this fulfillment is coming out of hard work. And the pleasure that you've experienced was earned by your achievements. That's what this card stands for. And though the rewards of a recent project are not yet fully obvious for you, you're going to receive abundant reward for your hard work. And the solution you've been seeking looks like it's starting to arrive. And it relieves you of the stress that's associated with your problem. Sorry, that's my my phone keeps dinging.
You're like, what the heck?
So I don't know who's been, either somebody's messaging me or something. And so the solution that you're seeking is there, and it's going to relieve you of the stress that's associated with some of your biggest problems. That's the idea here, and this is in the current. And by the way, the card that is in your current does not mean this is now the rest of your life. Means right now, in the present, that things are looking good. They're looking better. But there's new challenges that are still waiting. And you have to dispel your feelings of dissatisfaction and things, because the void that you've experienced up until now isn't necessarily going to be remedied by the challenges, but the rewards help keep you content through them. Doesn't solve the problems. It helps keep you content through the problems. And so the card all by itself stands for wealth, financial security, being rewarded for all your efforts on something in business or important projects that you're in your life. And the presence could mean financial and or personal independence for you. And but this is built on the Queen of Cups. This is the card of your recent past. This is where you've been. This is what you're coming out of. And the suit of cups has to do with romance, relationships, interpersonal, intimate relationships. And the queen generally stands for a woman in your life. And she's the emotional balance to you, the king. And she's got an open nature, but you're going to find her influence has been largely passive in the past, meaning not that she doesn't participate. It's that what she can do to participate might not bring the ends that you want to have. And so she's there for you. She's there to be your partner, but she is also somebody that may not be able to, her influence is only passive, meaning she can't be actively engaged in finding the solutions to the things that might be your problems. And she's a reminder to stay in touch with the emotional aspects of their character. You have to stay in touch with the emotional aspects of this queen. This is a reminder. And you should take her presence as a gentle hand that's seeking to show you the power of your own inner aspects, and which might be obscured by her nature. And the Queen of Cups is somebody who's giving, a giving person. She's a loving person. And this is a card that in your past says you've achieved some self-awareness by balancing all the aspects of your personality. And the success you desire isn't here yet, but it's going to arrive if you continue to deepen your knowledge. And so seek assistance and advice. It's okay to do that. From your loved ones, from your family, from your friends. Look to the feminine wisdom that's around you. And the Queen of Cups is a sensitive, quiet, virtuous woman who represents seeking and channeling a transformation within you. And so if it's not you, which I don't think it is, this is the woman that's the greatest influence in your life. She's a good listener, a loving counselor. She is the counterpart to you. Her presence isn't positive or negative. She's there. That's what I meant by passive. It's passive. It's not positive or negative. She's there. She's there for you. And she is also the foundation of the current matter, of getting to the place where you need to be. And of course, the card of your near future that you're already slipping into. This is something, the near future is already on top of us. The moment we start talking about the future, it's on top of us. And this is the Six of Wands. Wands is that suit of your emotions. And this is saying that your past efforts pay dividends if you've got this card showing in your near future. And it's whether in the form of recognition for all your past work or reward for your hard work. If you're waiting for some particular news, the card is kind of a portent of having some good news. However, it's also a card that's that gentle reminder that magnanimity and grace should accompany your success. And to avoid losing your friends and inviting retributions, don't let the good fortune go to your head. And at the same time, you've got more to go through. There's triumph at the end of your road, but to find it is going to require careful navigation, the removal of opposition. But this is the idea that all you desire can be achieved, and you've won some victories to date. You've got the laurel wreaths on the stabs here to show that there's victory gained, but there's still more to do. There's more to go through. So the Six of Wands, triumph, victory, success in your endeavors. And it suggests really this personal feeling exalted because of winning and finding the inspiration to continue to move forward. So good news is the overall feeling of this card in the near future. So good things happening. There's some payoff for the hard work that you're going through. There's payoff for perhaps financial, perhaps in intangibles, so to speak. Doesn't necessarily mean coins jingling in the purse. It could just mean that you're getting somewhere. You're moving ahead. So that's what this says. So there you go. There you go, Roger. Roger says, simply wow, in all aspects has been spot on. You're welcome, brother. So I hope that helps. And again, this is nothing from me. I don't originate the message. I just facilitate the message being delivered. So there you go. All right. Somebody else is governing that. All right. All right. Matt has the tarot list. Matt, let me know who might be next. I can look back, but Darth is next. Here we go. All right, Darth. Bum, 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 bum. This says, do not board the Death Star. All right. I know, cheap joke. We all know you. So, this is for Darth. Samuel Nagayan. All right, one more time. The name of the card. Which card, Scott Allen? I had 3 cards that I had done, so there you go, Niall. Tarot is a third-party link to the celestial intelligence. It gives them a chance to have a coffee break. There you go. That's kind of a great way to put it. Now, Darth, if you were here, I'd have you cut the deck. I'm going to cut this on your behalf right now, and let's see where we end up. All right. Here we go. Darth, your first card is the card, one of the cards we just had, the 6 of Wands. Your current situation is you've got something to celebrate. You've won some victories, but there's still more of the war ahead. There's more coming. So while you can have cheer and celebrate over the winning of something, there's more to come. You're not out of it yet. You're not out of the war. Although there's some good things to celebrate. The recent past is the 5 of Wands. I'll tell you how that works in here. And your near future, the 10 of Swords. Now look at that card. That's not a happy card. It's a bleak card. Now, you see the guy with the 10 swords? He's not dead. But I'll explain to you what that means. So while you're in a current situation of having won some victories, and having moved ahead a little bit, and maybe something tangible enough that you can say, hey, I understand exactly what that is. In the 6 of Wands, I've won some things. I've stepped ahead. I've moved forward. But that means you still have more to come. There's still, don't get off the horse and celebrate. Stay on the horse because you're riding right into the next fray. It's coming. And what you've got to go on is that you've already won some steps, but you've also got the 5 of Wands at the beginning of this. And this is, I always called this card Mock Battles. Now, this is the card of your recent past. And you see the guy standing there, and in the background, if you can make that out, you see the guys all fighting with their quarterstaffs. And this isn't a welcoming card, but it is in your past. It's something that's already taken place. It could be a week or 2 ago. It could be an hour ago. Something that's built you and brought you to having won a couple of victories in something. You have to pay close attention to this card. It's about struggle and aggravation, niggling aggravation. And you have to take a look at what's going on in your life right now. What's created this atmosphere of conflict? And when I say it's mock battles, it's not really the big things. This is the frustrating, aggravating things of life. It's like gossiping and stuff like that. It's not the big battles. And you can console yourself that a positive solution isn't outside of your reach as long as you don't participate and make it grow. Just be prepared for the possibility that victory is going to come on a personal level, but also at a personal cost. And so when you've got these mock battles going on in your recent past, and you get this card as your current, this is telling you you've gone through this and you've done okay. You've won some battles in this, but you're not out of it yet. It's still coming. This is a card in your recent past that represents miscommunications, misunderstandings that pose obstacles to your progress forward. And they may still be having their effect. This is just what's brought you to the present. And they are still having their effect because you've won a little something, you've made some headway, but there's more coming, as this card of your present indicates. And that puts you into this card, the card that you're already moving into, the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords has got the guy lying on the road bleeding with 10 swords protruding out of his back. And this is a card of, it's like Miracle Max, and I've used this before from, if you remember the movie The Princess Bride, Miracle Max, played by Billy Crystal, the old wizard, and he says, he's not dead, he's almost dead. So they say this is the card of being almost dead, meaning there's a lot of recovery, there's a lot of scars, there's a lot of things. You've come through these fights, you've succeeded, there's more coming, but you're at that almost dead stage is where you're getting to. But it's also a card of the end of a chapter. It's like something has killed the current chapter, and it's left you on the roadside with 10 swords sticking out of your back. Now, this is what's coming. This is what you're entering into now, the energy you're entering into. So you got to prepare yourself for what's coming. It can represent disaster. It can represent disaster that can't be avoided. The failure to will be small, but easily overcome. It's like turning the page to a new chapter. It's not, you can't really change this or avoid it. You can only endure it, is the idea. So if you stay strong, new dreams will be built from the things that have crumbled and burned down. So this is the end of a chapter and the starting of a new. It leaves you totally free to start the new. But what happens when you pull 10 swords out of your back? They're going to leave a scar. So you're going to enter into some new times, but the scarring of the past is going to be with you, and you're going to have to deal with that for a while. So by coming to terms with, sometimes with bitter realities, this is what this card represents. You're learning that moving forward is the most important aspect of healing. Healing, you don't just sit still. Healing, you have to move forward. And so the end of something is important's about to occur for you. And so you have to be prepared to deal with these consequences. And nothing in life is permanent, is what this is telling us. And assess the direction that you're headed in. Beware the following of options or opinions of other people that they put out there, as that might lead you away from your own truth, what you know to be true, what you know to be the thing that will bring you the victory that you need. Seeing the world through pragmatic eyes is going to balance your optimism. You can be optimistic, but be realistic at the same time. And so the Ten of Swords is this sudden ending of a negative outcome in some endeavor in your life, and of some endeavor of a negative nature that is incurring. And it could mean failure. It could mean ruin. It could mean mortality accompanied by depression, feelings of being broken and crushed by the weight of the world that's on you. The things that you've experienced, the fighting in the past, the winning but still having more to fight in the present. This is a thing that having some pragmatic eyes is going to balance out for you. And it's hugely a harsh and negative card. But it is also the positive light of saying, You've come through, and you're going to overcome. You're going to write a new chapter. But the writing of that new chapter is necessitating going through the process of loss at the same time. So while it's not a beautiful card of you're going to be enriched and have riches and wealth and women, whatever it might be, relationships. This is a card of saying you've gone through some hard fights. You've won some, you've lost some. You've presently been in a little victory phase, but you got more coming. And it's going to be the kind that could feel like the end of chapter type of thing. So you can write a whole, fresh, new chapter. And while that isn't this beautiful, shining fortune telling there, that's the reality, I think, Darth. And so I hope that that's meaningful for you. And knowing that that's coming helps prepare our minds a little bit for it. You've got a little loss coming, but bolster yourself, prepare, learn from it, and you can move into something new a lot better, a lot easier. So there you go. So I've got Niall is next now. And so, Darth, I hope that meant something for you. I hope it's good for you. That's what I see. So if you have any questions on that stuff, just ask. You're welcome, Darth. I hope it's not so ambiguous that you don't understand it. Sometimes those negative things, we've got to click into why we're being told that information. And you got to reconnoiter a bit. Take a look at what's going on and how you survive through it. All right. All right, Niall. Front and center. Here we go. Let's shuffle up for Niall. Niall over in Ireland. All right. Shuffle 3 times for Niall. And I don't think there's a magic to 3, but I like the triune 3. Just gives the cards a chance to breathe and have new energy put into them. All right, Niall, if you were here, have you cut the deck? I'm going to do that on your behalf. Had one drop off the bottom. Let's put that on the top. See what that does for us. Here we go. All right, Niall, your first card, the card of your current situation. The Devil. Hi over there, Raini. I love it when my wife stretches. Just stretching up there. It looks fantastic. You look fantastic.
Shut up.
The Devil is your first card. This is who you are right now, Niall. This is what's going on in your current, and I'll explain that if you don't already know what the meaning of that is. Knight of Wands is your card of your recent past, and your near future is the Queen of Swords. All right, the Devil card. There's an old saying, and I take it's a biblical saying, but it says, "Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." This is the idea with this card, is that we've all got our personal demons. We've all got our personal devils. We've all got the things that plague us. And until we face them head on, they will continue to plague us. Either we take control of the devil or the devil will take control of us, is the idea. The Devil card is about the business of entrapment. It signifies a situation from which you don't have any escape. And hold on a second, guys. Hey, guys, I don't need you shouting while I'm doing this. I'll shut the door. If you need something from Mom, you come in here and go whisper to her. Thank you. Let's see how long that holds. So this is something from which there's no escape. This is in your current. And it's a forewarning that you could avoid being in some kind of trap, or what sort of trap, and how you might avoid it depends on where the devil appears in your life. And this is one of those choices that you've made that was wrong for you. Its negative forces are slowing your progress, slowing your development. There's an event that is completely now beyond your influence that's going to change who you are. And it's uncertain whether it's good or bad, but avoid any kind of extravagant or extraneous behavior and be true to who you are. And the time is coming that you're going to have to find beauty within yourself and stop the projections that you cast on the world. This is stuff that's from inside of you, and you're putting it out to the world. This is saying you're going to have to find a way to stop that. The courage to change your life is something you need to find internally. You need to face the demons or the devils or the devil, face him off, and that's going to be the thing that changes your whole outlook on life, changes your fortunes in life, changes everything about your life. The course of your life is beyond your knowing right now. But this awareness is going to help you defeat all the self-delusions you might have. This is saying all the things we build, all the walls we build, all the towers we build are things that we build, and we end up, if we're not looking into reality, we're deceiving ourselves with them. This is what, if you look at even the biblical aspects of the devil, where we get the devil from, is one of the deceiver. The devil is the great deceiver. So this is the thing, is look at the self-deceptions and the devils in your life, and they will flee. And this is about all things negative, this card. And this is in your current. Anger, violence, temptation, fear, doubt. These are all just some of the terrors that are associated with you in this card. And it suggests that feeling trapped in an unhealthy situation, an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy body, all of these things, an addiction, that all these things are lies. And this card is telling you, no, turn those things off as much as you can by the way that you approach things. This is your current card. This is just your current. Now, in the recent past, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knights are always moving. They're always showing some kind of movement, some kind of transition. The Wands has to do with your emotional makeup, the things that you are all about. This is kind of the Maverick card. And this is talking about the spontaneity that you have in you, that maybe some of the spontaneity in the recent past has been kind of killed by the devils, by the things that plague you. And it shifts your positions. This card can stand for shifting positions and determinations on things in yourself. And it can be an enjoyable energy because it's one that transitions you. It's a transitional card, a transitional energy. It could mean travel. This card is actually a card of physical travel. And so if it's not physical, it's something emotional. It's something more metaphysical or intangible types of travel. And it's something that comes on rather quickly, rather suddenly. But this is your past. And this is what's at the root of all your recent desires for change is your curiosity and your intuition. These are the things that are causing you frustrations, even though because you want the change. The conflicts you faced have influenced the outcome of events around you. And this is a card that really speaks to kind of a spontaneous decision that leads you to taking a very long journey. It could be a permanent relocation in your recent past, physical relocation. It could be a spiritual relocating. And there's new challenges that are approaching because of this. And I think that challenge is going to be looking these devils in the eye. You look them in the eye and you make them flee. Resist the devils, and they will flee from you. And all of this is leading you to this card of your near future, which you're already sliding into. And it's the Queen of Swords. And of course, swords, we all know, is the suit of conflict. It's conflict, and it's also authority. This, you see the queen dressed in black, gripping the hilt of the sword. She represents the widow queen, the one who now is the queen who rules alone. She's the queen who has grasped the authority, but it's something that rises out of and maybe even causes conflict. It's a perceptive individual, sharp-witted, professionally distant. And you're going to find this person, this woman, again, she's a queen, so she represents a specific woman. It could be a woman that's at the core of this for you, somebody that you're going into an energy that she is helping create for you. A situation she's helping create, or it's a part of your nature that's coming out as the Queen of Swords. But either way, she's a powerful ally, and you have to respect her intelligence, and you're going to be rewarded with this guidance from this queen. And your strict idealism of perfection, of the things that you think are what things are supposed to be, may be causing your stress, your pain. So by continuing to uphold that ideal, you're going to make it impossible to get to where you want to be. This might be the devil in the mix. And so this person, the intuition of this person, whether it's internal for you or external to you, is the person that's going to help you oversee that, look over that, get beyond that. And ideally, this card can be mean just on its surface to say, expect counsel from a sharp-witted elder who might be a woman. And it's possible to maintain your independence while accepting her friendship and her guidance. And don't focus so intently on your goals, as this might be constricting your ability to actually get there and achieve them. Rely on your strong spirit to illuminate the bigger picture that you know is there and that you have. And sometimes that's overcoming the devil in the flies in the ointment. And so it's an analytical card. It's independent problem solving. It can stand for. This queen brings mental clarity, alacrity, the end of something troubling in your life, but not without the pain of loss or separation of some kind. She's stoic. She is astute. She gives nothing away as positive or negative outcomes. Maybe is kind of what she stands for. So you have to rely on this. This is your near future. This is the energy you're going into. But I think you only achieve this as you relinquish this, as you turn your back on the devil in the dark, the things that are pulling you away from where you know you should be. So there you go, Niall. I hope that is helpful for you. You've had transition. You got the devil you're facing right now. Overcome him, beat him. And as you do, you get the intuition of this queen, either externally or internally, comes and guides you. So there you go. I hope that's helpful for you, Niall. Okay. What do we got here? What time we got? We got 11:06. So you've technically been going for 2 hours. A lot of it was frivolity with my wife, but while we're on here, and we weren't being very formal this morning. So Isby, formally twist was next. Okay, Isby, let's do one for you. Here we go. All right. Isby, front and center. One more time. All right. If you were here, I would have you cut the deck. I'm going to do that for you. Here we go. All right, Isby, here we go. Here's your card. This is your current situation. You got the 10 of cups. I'm sorry, the 9 of cups. 9 of cups. All those filled cups up there. That's passion. That's relationship. That's good things. It's all about your personal inner emotions, relationships and things. 9 filled cups. That's pretty good. 3 of wands is your recent past. A lot of waiting for something to fulfill. And then the page of coins is your near future. That's what you're slipping into. Now, the 9 of cups, this has all to do with really kind of shit coming together emotionally is what that stands for. And so the 9 of cups, this has got, you see the guy sitting here, he's got the 9 goblets in the over above his head. It's a very powerful card of positive indications for you. Represents lasting or powerful contentment in your life. Nothing's permanent. This can be killed too eventually. This is where you are right now. This is a snapshot of the here and the now. All these readings are snapshots of where you are right now. So this is something powerful and positive for you. And so while nothing's permanent, somewhere along your life's path, you can expect to be truly happy about something. And it's heavily tied to creative endeavor, good wishes for the future. The cups have to do a lot with our relationships, our passions, the things where we put things. And this card is it's a source of true happiness. And it's your soul attaining this kind of peaceful balance in something on your emotional level. The efforts that you've spent are going to bring you reward. This is all about staying strong and keep working at what you're doing. Your emotional and material well-being are at hand. So look to your friends for advice, your family, your support system, but recognize that you're going to find fulfillment. And the goal that you've set is something that you've set down the road a ways. Might still be down the road a ways. But stay true to your desires, and you are going to reach the destination that you're looking for with this. You're on the right path. You're balancing your heart out, balancing your mind. So this is all about feelings of joy, of happiness, of satisfaction, pleasure, this overall contentment. This is where you are right now. You got things where if you sit back, you go, I'm actually pretty content with where I am. I'm happy about some things. It's not perfection. It's saying you're on that road of contentment. It's indicative of a bright future that's coming your way. And it's brimming with good times and good things and happy things. It's bliss. It's kind of a period of in a sense, kind of your wishes being granted is what you're going to be entering into. This is an indicator that you're getting there. This is your current. And it's built on this card of your recent past, the 3 of wands. This is the guy's all dressed and he's got all his goods, and the old cards that shows he's got all his bags packed, and he's down on the wharf at the sea, and his ship is there. He's caught his ship has come in, but it's left without him. And there he stands, all prepared to go, but now he's got to wait for the next boat to come. This is a card in your recent past that says, things are all set to move you forward, your boat's come in, but now you got to wait a little bit. So it's not going to happen as fast as you want it to happen. And then that leads you into this card that we just read of your present. It's just saying, you're right. It's all bringing you into this place of being ready. The contentment is there. The happiness is there. There's still coming. It's down the road, but it's coming. But you're finding that contentment. And those two cards go perfectly together. And then you've got the page of coins, which is the card of your near future. And coins, as we all know, is that card of your material well-being. And the page is a card that says, it's an intellect card. It's introspection. It's conscientiousness. This might be the stuff which forms the basics of your personality. And the page brings good tidings. And it's the ambitions and the idealism of your past is going to bring success from your newest ideas. You're in the process of developing something good occupationally, project-wise, hobby-wise, if you will. Your creative streak, the things that you work on that give meaning to life for you, that may even affect your material well-being. These are things that are working for you now. They're happening for you now. This is the Page of Coins. News is coming. That's telling you of a positive change. It might not be immediate, so be prepared to evaluate all of your risks and everything that's surrounding a possible new venture for you. You're going to gain insight into your future if you remain attentive and studious of the signs around you. Everything that you need to know is available if you take the time to understand it for later. And so this card represents skilled, and it's in your near future, what you're already slipping into. It's skillful, attentive, studiousness. It's self-disciplined. It's calling you out as a go-getter, somebody that's willing to take the risks necessary. And it's promotion. It's acquiring new, enjoyable things in your near future. And it's a very positive card. And that's building off of being presently in the Nine of Cups, that having that positive energy, that happiness, that joy being fulfilled, having felt set back in your recent past, meaning just in waiting mode. And this is saying you're getting there in the near future. But all three of these cards also have with it, it's not happening yet. It's just right there. Keep doing what you're doing to get there. And this is a portent of good things to come. So there you go, Ismi. I hope that is meaningful for you. So I hope that works. So there you go. Yeah, Nile, self-deception, the first card, the devil. And sometimes we've all got that. It's how much power we give it. So there you go. James asked for a reading. I'm running a little long. So James, if we can hit you next week, let's do that. So sorry, we're out of time today. If anybody would like a reading, get a hold of me, and we'll do personal reading for you. You can see what you get with 3 cards. Add a couple more for the 5 card. Add 7 more, and you can see how they will all play off of each other and give some very succinct messages. So if you want a reading, get a hold of me. So there you go. All right, folks. That's it. Thanks for being here. Sorry, James. We'll hit you up next week, next time. In the meantime, you can all contact me personally if you need a reading. Of course, here they don't cost anything, but I do charge for readings. As you know, we went through that. So you can go over to my website, scottallenroberts.com. Click on the tarot link, and you'll see what I offer over there. So, Isby, you're welcome. That was on spot, you said. Gives you hope all is working out. There you go, brother. Just keep at it. All right. Everybody, thanks for being here. Raini stepped out with the kids. I think she went to pick up our Sunday afternoon pizzas, which it's still Sunday morning for another 45 minutes. But we'll cook them. It'll be close to noon. Pizza time. She went over to Papa Murphy's, where you get you bring them home and cook them. So, and that's what we're doing this afternoon. Maybe throw a movie in. Enjoy some time of not being busy today. So, all right. Isby says, I don't like reading my own cards. It's tough to read our own cards. I read my own cards, and like I've said before, I throw them down. I go, oh, okay. I don't even have to read them. I can look at them and know what the meanings are. And I go, okay, I get it. And then you try, but you're internal. I think what works when I'm reading other people is that I don't know all the details of your life. When you know all the details, you try to interpret the messages to fit the meanings of what you know is going on. When I read people, this is why I always say when I do readings like at events or do readings for people, I'm like, don't tell me anything. I don't need to know anything. I'll do the reading. And then afterwards, you can tell me about that if you'd like, about what's going on. So there you go. So guys, you're welcome. Thank you, Maya. And Kelly, thanks. Good to see you, Kelly. Kelly Moran. Kelly Bout, good to have seen you today as well. So that's all I got for today. I got no secret messages other than, let's do this, just for the fun of it. Let's find what today's message would be. We did one the other day, Friday. No, it was Thursday. It was day 282. Today would be day 285. There you go. From the Dalai Lama, 365. Today is number 285. Let's just, we could verify that. I think it's 285. Because I think it was Thursday that we did this before, and it was 282. That would make today 285. So it says this from the Dalai Lama. Sexual relationships, which depend to a greater or lesser extent on sexual attraction, can only be genuine and lasting if the choice of partner is based not merely on physical attraction, but on mutual understanding and respect. So boom, sex works a lot better when there's mutual attraction and respect. So there you go. There you go. That's what you need to have for today from the Dalai Lama. All right, guys. Niall says this reading is very profound. It's what I expected. Thank you for this, as it gives me a chance. Fantastic, Niall. I'm glad. I'm glad that's a message not from me. It's from out there. You know that. So mutual understanding, Steph. Boom. That's what makes it work. Pouring down rain where Scott Allen is. It looks like it might rain here. It's kind of a steely looking day today, but it's not Novemberine yet. It's still October. A little over 2 weeks from November, guys. You believe that already? So you prepared for Christmas yet? So Isby, you're welcome. You have a wonderful day too. All right, folks, let's get out of here. You go have fun with your day. We've run about 20 minutes over normal time. Time is always fleeting when I'm with my wife. So she makes things fun and enjoyable. And thanks for putting up with the interruptions of the kids. I stopped worrying about it as much on Sundays because you're just seeing my family for what we are. And hopefully there's some fun to take out of that as well. So you all have a good day. Have fun with yourselves, fun with your families, your friends, whatever you got planned today. And we'll see you back here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. We're going to be doing the Intrepid radio program right here and on Odyssey Radio Network. And you can hear it on iTunes. You can hear it on Spreaker. You can hear it on iHeartRadio, all of those places. So we'll see you here for the radio show this week. And I haven't had my mic up here. Place. I hope my sound hasn't been too dim because I have a very directional mic. So there you go. So thanks for being here. We'll see you throughout the week. I have no idea what we're talking about this week yet, but we'll get there. And so you all have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.